All right, so because of what the pastor of Salvation Ministry said, that anybody will criticize them, they'll use police arrest them. That is David Ibiyomie. So I took my time yesterday to go through his preachings, and I think I understand why he says if you criticize him, they will arrest you. It is because he says a lot of nonsense. And truly, the man don't like criticism. Because when I post yesterday, I see some people, some writers go in comment section, he start to delete comments. Do you understand? Now, I will show you people what I saw. Like I said, he says a lot of nonsense. A lot. For now, Prophet Jeremiah, I will take break from you. You understand? Let's start with David Ibiyomie today. And throughout this week, we will continue. Now, let me play this.
The sin that Adam did, what was the sin he committed? That God will get so angry as Adam, you mean you committed this sin? Get out here. Because you need to ask questions. What is it that Adam touched? If it was apple, then you and I should not eat apple again. Adam touched the tithe. Was the only thing God told him not to touch. He said, this one is yours, but this is mine. Now let me say this to you to humble you. If you don't want to prosper, they are not ready for heaven. Because he said the streets of heaven, don't be holier than God. So every time you touch your tithe, you are living in dishonesty. You are tampering with that which God has told you not to. The sin that Adam did, what was the sin he committed? That God will get so angry as Adam, you mean you committed this sin? Get out here. Because you need to ask questions. What is it that Adam touched? If it was apple, then you and I should not eat apple again. Adam touched the tithe. Was.
Now just imagine this preaching. Imagine preaching something like this. Like this now. Because of this preaching, you have scared a lot of people in the church. Like this now, a lot of them will be so scared. Even if they don't get money for tithes, if you borrow, come pay. Imagine bending the Bible for your own selfish interest. Because you want people to pay tithes. Just imagine it. Now, I don't know much about the Bible. But when I was locked up in prison, I took my time and I studied the Bible a little. And I can tell you for a fact that what this man is saying here is all lies. How? The story of the Bible says that God created Adam, then he brought in Eve to support Adam. The reason why they were chased out of the Garden of Eden was because God gave them an instruction about the forbidden fruits. And he said, this is the fruit of good and evil. Do not go close to the fruit. And then they went to eat the fruit. Then when they realized that they were naked, God said, okay, these people they now have the knowledge I don't want them to have. So it's now time for them to go out of the kingdom. So leave. Now, he now placed a curse. And he said, from today, man, you shall till the ground. You go suffer, you will sweat before you eat. Why women? Your punishment is that before you give birth, there will be pains during childbirth. By this time, tithing have not yet existed. Because when their eyes were blind, when they could not see anything, they had everything in the garden. You want yam, you want tomato, you want bole, anything you want is in the garden. God gave them in abundance. Eat anything you like. Just don't eat this one. There was no tithing. They could eat anything. Now, when this curse happened, they left the Garden of Eden. Then they gave birth to Cain and Abel. I want to believe, based on what I read in the Bible, that the first tithing came from Cain and Abel. That the first tithing, because that was when Cain, according to what God taught, God said, from now on, man shall till the ground before they eat. Do you understand? So Cain being a farmer, then Abel being a shepherd, carrying sheep around. You don't go into poultry business and livestock business. Do you understand? Then this guy being a farmer, so it was now time for tithes. That is when I can say there was the first tithes. Going by the Christian religion about tithing, that is when I can say, okay, yes, that is the first tithes. Cain and Abel. So okay, it's appreciation day. Let's go and give God something, which they have now turned to 10% according to the religion now. Pastors of nowadays. Okay, let's give God something. What will I give God that will make God smile? Then Abel said, you know what? Let me give you my finest sheep. The one where no get spots. Then he carried it. And he sacrificed. According to the story, then God smiled and said, very dark man Abel, you are my son. Take. Now Cain, taking his own tithes to God, He go find one fruit where don't spoil because he won't make money. He said, this is the one that we give God. Then he took it to go and give it to God. But God didn't accept it. God said, no. What you cannot eat, you want to give it to me to eat. Is that what you are doing? Me that gave you life? Are you paying for your breath? You're not paying for your breath too. I gave you eyes to see. I gave you hands to work. I gave you bola to knack. Knacking is one of the sweetest things on earth. I gave you bola to knack. And by that time, I see that bola is big. Pass our own now. Give you strong long bola. So you give me what you will not eat. And God said, no, I won't take it. And back then, if you know when God diverse, God they communicate with the people directly. You see the magic now, you will see signs and wonders. Then Cain now got angry. Now why this Abel, this very dark man, so then boom, pa. Now that's when I can say the first tithe in the Bible happened. So imagine David ibiyomie now twisting everything upside down to say the reason why the reason why Adam was sent out of the Garden of Eden is because he did not pay tithe. Therefore, saying that if you don't pay tithe, God will not want to associate with you. God will not smile on you. God will chase you out. So you will come make a lot of your members now. They will fear. They will be so scared to bring the tithes to you. You see the kind of manipulation where they get down. No wonder you said anybody. When criticize you, they go lock them up. I'll be waiting for me to be locked up. I'll be coming to Nigeria very soon. I won't see who won't lock me up. Say I talk about David ibiyomie. I want to know if we don't have law again. If our police are people that they are paying to go and work. If that's how they work, let's also pay money. We go contribute money for them to pick David ibiyomie up. Since that's what our police have done to, because indirectly that's what David ibiyomie is saying. If you criticize me, they will lock you up. It's not that he said, I will make sure I sue you. I don't care whatever the person say, even if the person like me spoil your name. Go for a civil case. But saying they will lock the person more is some form of craziness. Power don't reach you here. Power don't choke you. Oppression don't choke you. And that's why I always say, I talk I say a lot of these pastors are the problem we'll get for that country. They brainwash the youth not to move. They manipulate the youth not to move and wait that, oh yes, one miracle is coming somewhere. Just keep praying and paying your tithes. It's a problem. It's a very big problem. So, Pastor David ibiyomie, the criticism just started. After all, no be me go secretly record you. Now you post them online. So if it is online, I can give my fair comment. Just the way a lot of people give their fair comment. I know they go arrest anybody. Yes, if you talk, if I decide to respond, I respond. Then people who know me go say, okay, yes, this one a very dark man talk here. Okay, this one a very dark man talk here. We don't like him. Very dark man is being manipulated. Very dark man is this. Very dark man. No problem. But will I arrest somebody? I mean, I can't compare myself with you. But then again, you are mortal. You are a human being like me. Be careful, Papa. But this period, you're going to learn and you will learn the hard way. Now, me and you get internet this period. Peace and love, don't play.